Hello class 10 students, welcome to my channel online biology tutorials. We are discussing digestive system and we have reached on the role of small intestine in digestion. Prior to this, we have already discussed the role of mouth in digestion, role of esophagus, role of stomach, what is liver, what it produces, why is it important, what are pancreas, what they do. So if you haven't watched the initial videos on all these topics, please watch them first and then come to small intestine, because this way it will be very easy for you to understand. Now if we see in this figure, the part which I am coloring yellow right now, it is actually the small intestine. Small intestine just comes after the stomach. Means stomach leads to small intestine and after this comes the large intestine. Now if we talk about area wise, it is greater than larger intestine. Then why is it known as a small intestine? Because the diameter, it is a tube like structure, the diameter of small intestine is less in comparison to the large intestine. Right here you can see that diameter is more. That's why it is known as a small intestine. Now another important thing, what are the three parts of the small intestine? First is known as duodenum, then second is known as jejunum, and third one is known as ileum. You don't have to label all these three parts in the small intestine, but you should know in a sequence that the front part is known as duodenum, it leads to jejunum, and small intestine ends up in the ileum. Right? Now as we have already discussed about the liver and the pancreas. Liver and pancreas, they will be pouring their secretions in the duodenum, which is the front part or the first part of the small intestine. Very important. Small intestine is actually the place where the digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats will finally get over. Right? They will get digested completely in the small intestine. So these are all the questions which I am telling you in the form of important points. A question came last year that where actually the complete digestion of the food happens. So answer is small intestine. Liver and pancreas, they pour their secretion where? So liver and pancreas pour their secretion in the duodenum, which is the first part of the small intestine. Right? Now, what all things will be coming to the duodenum? Bile, yes, amylase, then lipase and trypsin will be coming to duodenum. Remember, the digestion of proteins started in the stomach, digestion of carbohydrates started in the mouth, but neither the digestion of carbohydrate is complete nor the digestion of protein is complete. So one by one we will be studying their roles. Bile will come and it will first emulsify the fats. Right? Similarly, when amylase will come in the duodenum, the remaining carbohydrate will be getting digested. So remaining carbohydrate digestion will get over in the small intestine. When emulsification of the fats will be done, then only the lipase is going to act on the fats and fats will be finally digested. Means the complete digestion of the fats will be occurring in the small intestine. But remember, there is an essentiality. First emulsification should occur, then lipase will act. If no emulsification, lipase is not going to do its activity. It requires the small fat molecules and then only lipase will act. Trypsin will make the remaining protein digestion. So remaining proteins which were not digested in the stomach, they will be getting finally digested in the small intestine. So as food passes from duodenum, it is partially digested. Then in jejunum, it gets a bit more digested than duodenum, and in ileum, finally the complete digestion gets over. I hope it is clear to you. Small intestine is actually the site of digestion, complete digestion. So duodenum will receive bile, amylase, lipase and trypsin. So digestion is going to get started. The same secretion is there in jejunum, ileum as well. So as the food passes from duodenum to jejunum to ileum, complete digestion of the food is going to happen. Now, small intestine is a tube-like structure, right? It was seen in the image that it is a coiled tube, and food passes in this tube by peristalsis. So peristalsis is throughout the gut, throughout the alimentary canal, right? This is important. When you cut the transverse section or the cross section of small intestine and observe it in microscope, right, there must be few slides that must be available in your school. You can request your teacher to show them, right? If you see the cross section of small intestine, it will appear like this to you. This is the area where food is moving. So blue is the area where food is moving along the small intestine. And what are these finger-like projections? These are known as villi. Now, as the food passes in the central region of the small intestine, villi are the finger-shaped projections that are seen in the membrane that has been shown by red. What is the role of villi? They help in absorption. So as the food is passing from duodenum, it must be getting a bit digested. So little amount of absorption occurs in the duodenum, little occurs in the jejunum, and then little more occurs in the ileum. So food is getting simultaneously digested. Similarly, it passes on to the inner side. It is getting passed on to the blood, because whatever you are eating, the monomers that are being produced, it should get into the blood. That's the main aim of digestion, right? So carbohydrates are getting converted to glucose, fats and proteins. Ultimately, they also get converted to glucose somehow in the body, right? So polymers, they first get converted to monomers, and ultimately one common monomer is being formed, which is known as glucose, because this glucose will be the one that will be starting a process in the respiration that will give us the energy in the form of ATP. So respiration includes various reactions. Once we'll come to that topic, then it will be clearer to you that carbohydrates, fats and proteins, they are the polymers. They first will be getting converted to monomers. Carbohydrates will be getting converted to glucose. Fats will be getting converted to fatty acids. Proteins will be getting converted to amino acids. Because protein is a polymer, amino acid is a monomer. But ultimately fatty acids and amino acids, they need to get converted to glucose, because glucose is the one that will be the starting reactant to form the ATP by the process of respiration, right? So small intestine role is very, very important. It is one of the lengthy topic among all the digestive parts that we have done till now. If you haven't understood few topics, please don't hesitate to replay, because this is one topic where you will get maximum number of questions. Complete digestion occurs in small intestine. Absorption too occurs. What all secretion comes in small intestine? Everything should be known to you. In this video, the question for this is, what are villi? You just need to answer in a sentence, what are villi? You can write your answers in the comment section. Definitely, I'll give you the feedback by replying, and your name will be taken in the upcoming video, whosoever is participating. If you have liked my description on small intestine, please do hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that each time when I upload the video, you will get a notification. In case of any queries, you can reach out to me on the email that is given in the description. See you in next video where we will be discussing the role of large intestine in digestion.